Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Let's Be Frank Call. I am your host, Gavin, and I will be joined by Julie-Ann Coppinger as well as Jayde Elmaleh for tonight's Let's Be Frank. So tonight's call is all about skincare, and as you can see, the background that we have is sort of in line with our theme for the month, which is for Mother's Day. And what better way to actually express your love for your mom than by pampering her with really good gifts? Really amazing therapeutic gifts as well, and natural gifts as well. So tonight we'll be having a call about skincare. So I'm sure that everybody is excited for what we have in store. And I'm definitely sure Julie-Ann is going to share her secrets as well as Jade on which products to use that keeps your skin youthful and glowing. But before we continue with tonight's call, there is a video that we normally do share with everybody, and this is with regards to our maker shift, which is our theme for the month. So without further ado, I will play the video for everybody that hasn't seen it before. Okay, perfect. And that is our video, which we definitely express with our theme for the month, which is make a shift, which means that you're making a shift in your everyday lifestyle. This includes skincare being a part of that. So, with our disclaimer that has to be said before we continue with the call, remember that the information in this presentation is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Remember, this information is for the South African and Namibian markets only. Okay. So with that being said, I'm sure that everybody is excited what we have in store. So before we move forward with this, I'd like to present our PV promo for the month for some of you that haven't seen it on our launch call. So on our PV promo, we do have a lot of skincare pampering products that'll definitely you will definitely want to add to your basket, whether it's for yourself, whether it's for your mom, whether it's for somebody special in your life. So at 100 PV on ER and 150 PV on quick order, we've got the charcoal bar soap. This is a really niche product. I enjoy using this as well. It definitely does exfoliate your face. It definitely does give a really amazing feeling once you're done washing your face with it. And then on 150 PV on Essential Rewards, we've got the Satin Facial Scrub. Okay. So a lot of our brand partners use this. They really love the smell of the mint that's in it. And then, of course, on 200 PV ER and 250 PV quick order, we've got the Lavender Hand and Body Lotion. This will definitely keep your skin feeling smooth and luxurious. On 250 PV ER and 350 PV quick order, we've got a Joy 15 mil. So definitely something to add to your diffusers that'll keep the joy pumping in your homes. And then on 300 PV on Essential Rewards, we now have Croatian Helichrysum. Okay, so we have replaced Helichrysum with Croatian Helichrysum. So for some of the brand partners that have reached the 300 PV tier, you will be receiving the Croatian Helichrysum now. Okay. And then, without further ado, we have promotions available for the month, throughout the month of May. So we have this really special offer. It's exclusive to Young Living. It's the Rose Geranium and Orange Organic Soap. This is a natural soap, and it comes with a geranium bourbon 5 ml. This is available at 4.29. It is 29.5 PV if you want to add that to your order. And then, of course, we've got the reed diffuser this time, and we've got a 15 ml geranium. So we've never had 15 ml geranium before, and we have it exclusive with the reed diffuser. So if you want to get your hands on that, if you want to get the floral perfume scent in your home, this is a definite must-have. This is available at 700 Rand. And then, of course, we've got the Good Vibe collection. For some of our brand partners that know these three oils, they know that these are definite must-have to add to your room or to your collection or your arsenal, just for that lovely good vibes that you're going to be experiencing at home, or whether you're out there. So there's a peace and calming 15 ml, there's a lemongrass 15 ml, and there's an orange 15 ml as well. So these three oils are a definite must-have if you definitely want to add this to your collection. It is available at 930 Rand. It is you're getting a whopping 30% off. So you're saving 395 Rand on that. Okay. And then exciting spot promotions for the month. There's some of you have been waiting for this. We did release this already. Unfortunately, this isn't available for the people in Namibia, which is the CBD Beauty Boost. This is 40% off. You can get this at 720. We will dive into exactly what the CBD Beauty Boost does for our brand partners and how they use it. We've also got frankincense 5 more. Frankincense is really great for skincare. We've got this at 35% off for 289, and that's a 5 ml bottle, but this goes a long way. And then if you want to add a bit more luxury to your bar time, or to your diffuser as well, you can get the Bloom 5 ml, which is also 40% off. And this is for 289. So this is something if you are looking to get a bit more skin savvy, you can add this definitely to your collection. Okay, so moving on to tonight's call, I would like to actually introduce our presenters for the call. So we've got the lovely Julie-Ann Coppinger, and then we've got Jayde Elmaleh. So some of you are familiar with Jayde. I've definitely grown to love exactly who Jayde is, and how she interacts with her brand partners. She knows that she has a wealth of knowledge. She's got her own books as well, which means she's an author. And everything that I've learned from her books and from her actually helped me in my position. So that goes without saying. That Jayde is an experienced aromatherapist for Young Living, and she definitely knows the go-to for essential oils and how to use them. And then of course Julie-Ann Coppinger. I hope I'm pronouncing your name your surname correctly, Julie-Ann. I had the privilege of meeting Julie-Ann when I was in Durban for a fragrance workshop, and Julie-Ann is a definite naturalist. Like, this is the type of lady that sets her toes free. Like, um, I hope I'm not even saying this in a bad way, but she reminds me of the old school natural hippie. And that's exactly what she does. She loves natural things. She loves the outdoors, and that's exactly who she is. So, the reason why I've introduced these ladies for the call is because they've had exponential experience using essential oils as part of skincare. So as you can see by the images, there's not one spot on their face. You can hardly see wrinkles. And they're here tonight to actually share their secrets behind the essential oils and what it does for them. So Jayde will be taking us through the first product, which is the CBD Beauty Boost. So I'm not going to take much of your time, Jayde. Would you like to explain to our brand partners exactly what CBD Beauty Boost is, and how it's better impacted your usage and how you use it as well?
Absolutely. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, Jayde.
Amazing. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm sitting here in an interesting little space, but it's great. Okay, so I love this product. This is how it comes in this very pretty box, and here it is. This is mine that I'm currently using, and this product is definitely one of my favorites. And I will tell you that I had never really gotten compliments on my skin before. And suddenly I really do have quite a few people who tell me randomly, your skin looks great. Like, what are you doing on your skin? So for a 42-year-old, where I suppose we have had more exposure to the sun and to the natural elements, this has really made a difference, because this is it's an all-in-one product. And when this came to South Africa, I was like over the moon excited. So it smells incredible. It smells really nice. And I think that makes such a difference, right? It's like on your face. So it's quite nice that it smells nice. And it comes in this dropper, and it is very easy to use. And this lasts me really, really long. So I actually will put about half of it, and I'll put that into my hands, usually these two fingers, like your middle fingers. And then I like to kind of rub that out. You can always use a gua sha tool as well if you want, just to help with moving lymph. And I also will put that on my décolleté as well. And it smells amazing. Gavin, do you want to show? I know there's that slide and it shows exactly what's in it. And I think it's cool if people actually know what's in it. Here it kind of says, so yeah, if you want to show that one, I know you can, right? But anyway, it's got the CBD, it has rose, it has sunflower seed oil, it has grape seed oil, and it has tamanu in it. So regardless, it just smells absolutely amazing, and it really, really does wonders for your skin. So I cannot recommend this product enough. It's been such a beautiful addition to my skincare routine. This is actually my new box that I just got, because this is such a steal to get this promo. And it's something that I use every single night. So I hope you guys can enjoy and make use of it as well. And by the way, whatever's left, if you have a little bit extra, put that on the backs of your hands as well. It's really, really hydrating and nourishing, and just helps. They say that our hands are often the first to reveal our age because of the exposure that they get on the steering wheel and such. So this is a really nice way to also just keep your hands hydrated and also looking fresh and young. So yeah, just wanted to share about that.
Thank you so much for that, Jade. I do know that you have a busy evening, so we won't keep you any longer, but I did just want you to actually, we definitely wanted you to speak on CBD, because I know that you use it like as part of your daily ritual. So thank you so much for that. I will hand over to Julie-Ann on the remainder of the products. She will give us a really deep scope on exactly which products she uses and how she uses them. So the first one that we're looking at, so welcome, Julie-Ann. I'd like to welcome you onto tonight's. Okay, and then the first product, I'm good. I'm excited actually, because I know the ladies on tonight's call. I know majority is ladies. I'm being the only guy. So for tonight, I'm pretty sure that you psyched to actually share with us exactly how you would use frankincense. Do you care to share that with our brand partners?
Yes, sure. So on our team in particular, we love to nickname oils, and frankincense actually has two nicknames that we use. The first one is the king of oils, because this oil is said to address every single body system, which is just incredible. So it means it's a really great ally for just supporting overall well-being and immune function for starters. This oil also has a lot of sesquiterpenes, which allow it to cross the blood-brain barrier, which makes it amazing, amazing brain food. It really helps with memory and concentration. And this oil has a resonance point of 147 megahertz. And a resonance point refers to how quickly the molecules in the oil vibrate relative to one another. And 147 is quite high. So it's what we would sometimes refer to as a high frequency, which stimulate feelings of tranquility and relaxation. So it's probably no wonder that this is an ancient oil that goes back to over 3,000 years of use in religious rituals and such. But this oil also has another nickname, and that is Botox in a bottle, because it is just so amazing for the skin. It really helps with supporting the appearance of a smooth, moisturized, nourished skin. It reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And it's also really great for skin tone. So I used to live in Asia. I did not take care of my skin. I was always out in the sun, on the beach, by the pool, in the middle of the day. And it led to, as I was getting a bit older, a lot of very deep pigmentation under my eyes and over the top of my lip. And when I found essential oils, I started experimenting with some combinations to address that. And frankincense is one of those that for me personally has had a really great impact. I shared with a photograph, a before and after photograph with Gavin when we were talking about this call. And it's like chalk and cheese. It was obviously used in combination with some other oils that we're going to talk about tonight. But yeah, it's my pigmentation isn't completely gone, but it is next to negligible at this point in time. So I love frankincense for all things skin.
Thank you so much for that, Julie-Ann. And I'm glad that you actually said it like that, because frankincense is Botox in a bottle. A lot of ladies have been saying that. So we don't take that for granted at all. Okay, perfect. And then we move on to the next one, which is the Swiss Army knife of essential oils, and that's lavender.
Yes, so for every oiler, this is a staple that we just love so much. I don't know anyone who uses essential oils that isn't always stocked up with lavender, as well as the Swiss Army knife in a bottle. A Swiss Army knife, we call it chill pill in a bottle because it really is great for calming the central nervous system. It supports sleep and relaxation, and it is amazing for all things skin and hair. A trick that a couple of us use on our team is that we just put 1 drop into our mascara because it's really great for stimulating eyelash growth as well. And a lot of the older ladies who've kind of had thinning eyelashes have found that really an effective hack for helping to re-stimulate eyelash growth. It's also one of the oils in the mermaid hairspray that we're always stocked up on, which would be 10 drops of lavender, 10 drops of cedarwood, and 10 drops of rosemary. And as far as I understand it, the lavender in particular really works with nourishing the scalp and helping to combat any flaking, dry skin, any itching, and that sort of thing, and really gives the hair that sort of shine. I use lavender in combination with frankincense in my skin serum that I use for the pigmentation, and it also is it just adds something so deep and nourishing having that oil in there. And when it comes to the skin as well, lavender is really great for burns. I saw Jayde Kittner hopped onto the call just now, and her and I were traveling together a little while ago down to Cape Town, and she got a cup of coffee that was scorching hot, took a sip, and it burned her lips so badly that it actually blistered immediately. And she was in so much pain. And when we were sitting on the plane about an hour later, we said, hey, we've got lavender. We know that that's really soothing for the skin. You should put some on and see what happens. And she put it on, and instantly it soothed that burn. And after a little bit more research, we found that this particular species of lavender that Young Living uses, I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, Gavin, I think it's lavender, lavandulus angustifolia. But this particular species of lavender can be dropped on neat to up to third degree burns, without carrier oil, just neat, and it can be a really great kind of emergency option before getting the help and assistance and the medical attention needed. So that was very interesting to learn about lavender as well.
Oh, thank you so much for that, Julie-Ann. I mean, a lot of brand partners have actually spoken about what lavender can do and how fast it actually works once it's applied topically. So that's actually one of the good things as well. So thank you so much for that. I'm sure brand partners are actually going to keep this as a first aid in the bottle just in case one of those things happen. God forbid it does. But yes, thank you so much for that. And then we'll move over to a lot of, or should I say, a lot of our brand partners' favorites, cedarwood. So you get to take us through cedarwood.
Sure. So this was new to me while I was researching for this call. Cedarwood I've used really for ages, but I didn't know that this essential oil has the highest number of sesquiterpenes of all oils out there. So of the constituents of cedarwood, 98% of those are sesquiterpenes, which again cross the blood-brain barrier. So it's really, really great in particular at stimulating the limbic brain, oxygenating the pineal and pituitary glands, which are responsible for producing hormones related to sleep and stress. And obviously getting good sleep and stressing less is very important for having a healthful, glowing complexion and skin in itself. It's also just incredible for regulating the nervous system and helping to wind down. The other amazing thing about sesquiterpenes is that they stimulate beta waves in the brain, which also help with focus. I've actually got some cedarwood in my diffuser right now after a full day of work. I needed a little bit of extra help with the focus, hopping onto another call. And I actually found a study by Dr. Terry Friedman, who found that sniffing cedarwood straight out of the bottle helped children improve their focus on challenging tasks by 32%. So the study also suggested that sesquiterpenes can play quite a significant role in helping to delete negative information from the cells, and it can be a really helpful oil when processing trauma and difficult emotions. And then, of course, it is amazing for skin and hair health. So I mentioned the mermaid hairspray recipe earlier with lavender, cedarwood, and rosemary. So the role of cedarwood, as far as I understand, is that it really helps to prevent hair loss. And I use cedarwood in a cellulite serum every single day. It's amazing for helping to just support firm skin in those areas that get a little bit wobbly. So this is absolutely an oil that I use on a daily basis and will never be without.
Thank you so much for that, Julianne. Secret for tonight's call. I'm trying to grow a beard, as you can see. It's not going according to plan because for some men it's difficult to actually grow a beard. And I'm glad that you presented that out there because remember that cedarwood is a good oil to stimulate hair follicles as well. So I'm definitely trying because I do have a few patches here and there. And it seems to actually be working. Funny enough. So for some of our ladies out there that wants a man with a beard, I'm guessing this is your go-to as well. But yes, it's also a great skincare oil and it's great for focus. So thank you so much for that, Julianne. Okay, and then we move on to the next product, which is geranium. Oh, I love this oil. Sure, do you care to take us through this, Julianne?
Yes, I also absolutely love geranium. We're going to talk about rose later, but our nickname for geranium is the poor man's rose because it smells absolutely delightful and is a fraction of the price of rose essential oil. It's an amazing oil for emotional balance and easing nervous tension. So it's lovely to use at bedtime in conjunction with lavender. It's also amazing for the skin. So historically, geranium has been used by the Egyptians to promote beautiful, radiant skin. And something interesting that I learned about geranium as well is that it helps to regulate sebum production. So anyone who is struggling with acne or has acne-prone skin, geranium is a great oil to create a T-zone roller with and apply to those areas. And on that note, it's also a very helpful oil for women's hormones. So we make a hormone support roller that features geranium in it. And geranium in particular can be quite helpful in regulating heavy flow, especially if estrogen levels are really high. And again, that affects the skin and how the skin is presenting. Just having those hormones a little bit happier and humming along.
And I'm glad that you actually said that it's the poor man's rose because that's exactly what we call it. We know how expensive rose is, and geranium is your next go-to. So if you're definitely using if you're trying to build a perfume, this is your go-to oil if you don't have rose. It also has some benefits linked to rose, but not thoroughly what rose has. So thank you so much for that, Julianne. And then it's another personal favorite for some brand partners, which is lemongrass. Do you care to take us through that?
Sure. So lemongrass belongs to the Poaceae family, which is a flowering plant kind of considered as grasses. And the fragrance is so lovely. It really helps with eliminating bad odors. Outdoor pests hate it. And it is known for its skin cleansing properties, particularly if you have quite an oily skin that is prone to breakouts. Lemongrass would be another really good oil to use for spot treatments of blemishes. And I actually found a really nice toner recipe that is intended for a 50 ml bottle. That includes 10 drops of lemongrass, 5 drops of lavender, and the remainder filled with witch hazel. But that could also be scaled to fit into a 10 ml roller, of course. I haven't tried that yet, but it's definitely on my list of things to try because yeah, a good toner that is free of all the nasties is quite hard to come by if you're shopping in the store.
Thank you so much for that, Julianne. And then we move over to the next product, which is Helichrysum. This is stitches in a bottle, but do you care to take us through this one?
Sure. So Helichrysum, I learned the name is Greek. It comes from Helios, meaning sun, and Chrysos, meaning gold. And as the name suggests, this is one of the world's most sought after essential oils. It is native to coastal France, Italy, and Croatia. And the flowers are very delicate and naturally bloom in very rocky soils. It's quite a painstaking process, I believe, to harvest it. But unfortunately, there has been, because it's so sought after, it's been very exploited globally. So you cannot actually get a wild-crafted helichrysum any longer, as far as I'm aware. And what Young Living had to do was import rocks to the Dalmatia aromatic farm in Croatia to replicate its preferred environment and then start to regrow it from there. And one of the nicknames for helichrysum is the all-star player for wellness and beauty. It's also known as immortelle, or the everlasting flower, because helichrysum has a very unique chemistry that provides several skincare benefits. One of those being that it can reduce the appearance of uneven skin tone and texture. It's amazing for bruising as well. I know a lot of people have kind of shared testimonials. I haven't personally tried it for bruising. I've been lucky enough to avoid getting one since I've been oiling. But if you have very bad bruising, applying helichrysum to the purple skin will really help to bring that bruising down quickly. I know that Jayde Elmaleh, who was speaking a little earlier, uses it a lot for her kids who are always getting bumped and scratched. And it's also great for promoting the appearance of youthful, healthy-looking skin. And a very interesting thing which I learned about helichrysum, in addition to being amazing for the skin, is it's called honey for the psyche. And it's sometimes used for emotional support and trauma processing. So obviously the olfactory sense in our nose for smell is very closely connected to the limbic system. So just inhaling an essential oil can have a very profound effect on mood, emotions, and emotional processing on the level of memory. And I actually have a little thing here straight from Life Steps that I'd like to read out because I thought it was very interesting. So Life Steps says, helichrysum has some unique emotional benefits, including releasing emotional trauma, as it helps the brain recover repressed memories or hidden truths, both past and present. It is gentle yet powerful when used alongside other tools such as prayer therapy, meditation, and nervous system therapy. Helichrysum is also calming to the sympathetic nervous system, making it a wonderful emotional tool for fear, anger, frustration, and suppressed emotions.
Wow, that definitely does carry some weight for something that's that small in a bottle. Thank you so much for that, Julianne. And then I noticed that we have a lady by the name of Rose on the call tonight. So we move on to the final oil, which is Rose. This is our favorite one, but do you care to take us through this product itself, Julianne?
Sure. So anyone who is an oiler will know that rose oil is absolute gold, with just 5 mils wholesaling at 2,790 Rand and retailing at 3,671 Rand. And this is because a 5 ml bottle requires approximately 10 kgs of rose petals to distill. So rose is one of the most valuable essential oils that you can acquire, but it is so worth it. It is amazing for emotional balance. Its resonance point is 320 megahertz, so that is higher even than frankincense. And having a resonance point that high is said to really bring balance and harmony on a cellular level in the body. And I asked Jayde Elmaleh permission to share this story because she was telling me once how she got into an altercation with a friend and it was really troubling her. And the situation was just eating her alive. She couldn't put it down. She couldn't stop analyzing it and going over it in her head. And she had a bottle of rose and she'd heard that it was good for emotional balance, hadn't really tried it. And she was driving, she was in a terrible mood, opened this oil, just put it in the cup holder. And without really noticing how things shifted, by the time she got home, she'd completely let it go. She couldn't remember what she'd been upset about. And she has sworn by rose as an emotional processing oil ever since. In addition to that, it is amazing for the skin and it has quite a moisturizing effect. It supports the appearance of healthful, youthful looking skin. It's really great for kind of supporting the reduced appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And as far as a fragrance goes, it's kind of a middle to base note. So if you apply it as a perfume, it's going to have kind of a longer lasting, lingering scent, which is really spicy and deep and sensual. So it is a lovely oil that many women just fall in love with, myself included.
Oh, thank you so much for that, Julie-Ann. I'm sure that with rose as well, this is a sought after oil. So if you can get your hands on that, this will definitely take you a long way. So I'm pretty sure that once you get the money and you get the product on your way driving home, you're going to be upset about the money that you spend for it. But by the time you get home, you're going to totally forget about it. So you won't be upset. So definitely, thank you so much for that, Julie-Ann. You also do carry an array of wellness knowledge. Thank you for sharing that with everybody. I'm sure that everybody is going to use this and incorporate it as part of their skincare routine or as part of their emotional journey. So thank you so much for that, Julie-Ann and Jade. I will be handing over to our lady, Margot, who will be taking us through the monthly incentive. So Margot, on your side.
Hi, good evening, Gavin. Good evening, everyone. I'm here to just remind everyone that we still have the whimsical winter incentive that is running for 2 consecutive months, which is May and June. During the whimsical winter incentive, you on tier 1, when you enroll 5 with 100 PV, you get the exclusive ginger snaps. By exclusive, it means that it's not available for purchase in South Africa as yet. So if you win it will only be you and a few other people in the country that has the ginger snaps 10 ml. This is simplified by Jacob and Kate ginger snaps essential oil blend. It's a warm blend of vanilla, tangerine, octia, cinnamon, and ginger. So remember that all prizes and enrollments are cumulative. ER and quick order enrollments are valid during May and June 2024. And now over to tier 2. When you enroll 8 during the months of May and June, so you can enroll 4 in May and 4 in June with 100 PV, you get the exclusive Simplified by Jacob and Kate winter collection. This collection is made up of Candy Cane 10 ml, Winter Spa 10 ml, and Pink Champagne 10 ml. And then finally over to tier 3, when you enroll 16 with 100 PV, you get the exclusive, once again, White Aria ultrasonic diffuser. So the ultrasonic diffuser features an elegant wood and glass construction and multiple light and sound options. So this is an amazing addition to your diffuser collection. And we hope to see you all in May and June standing on the winning podium. Thank you so much, Gavin.
Thank you so much for that, Margot. I'm sure that everyone's excited, especially when it comes to what offers we have for the incentive, especially when it comes to Jacob and Kate's collection and the Aria diffuser. So thank you again so much for that, Margot. I'm sure everybody's psyched. Again, thank you to Julie-Ann and Jade and Margot and all you lovely ladies and people who actually joined the call for tonight. I would like to end it off with a lovely quote from Coco Chanel that says, "Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself." So remember, with that being said, you definitely can do anything you put your mind to, and definitely just keep to your skincare routine. And if you want to change it up a bit, you know exactly what to get to actually help you with that. So for myself, Gavin, And Margot, as well as the ladies on tonight's call, I would like to say thank you again and good night from our side.